everyone, welcome back to Elmwick Park Zoo. This is our franchise zoo on hard mode, and I believe this is like episode 7 now. We're starting off with our pigs because they had piglets and it turns out they can escape everything. So I've had to redo the fence. Oh my gosh, everything is going to hell over here. I also, stupidly, mistakes were made, but I put a keeper, a 5-star keeper, on just the exhibits, which I regret doing because 1, he's really overqualified, and 2, everyone else in the zoo is now starving, sick. It's just not, it's not going well. It's really not going well. So we're going to take him off, we're going to change it, and hopefully things will right themselves. We've now got our 3rd piglet in here. They now can't escape. I just had to raise the rocks around their lake because they could just get out everywhere basically. So that was fun. You will see that later on. So yeah, in this episode we do build a tropical house. It's in the background here. You can see it while I'm just putting this flamingo that is diseased in quarantine. Hopefully next episode things will run a bit smoother. Let's see if we've got, is it the water or is it just because the keepers aren't getting round to cleaning the enclosures? If I could not click on the rock. Okay, yeah. So the water's fine. It is literally just, oh my god. Oh no, they're starving, they're sick. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna grab another keeper, I think. Just not even for the time being. They're staying. They're one of us now. I think I just underhire, and really I should be overhiring. We have the money. Okay, so yeah, we build a tropical house. I'm not great at building buildings, but I attempt it. So we build for 3 animals in there. And yeah, it turned out actually okay. I don't hate it. It came out as I envisioned, which is great. The roof, we don't talk about the roof. I'm over it. But yeah, let's jump into the speed build. I will see you guys in a bit. Big building builds like this is definitely something I have actually never done in Planet Zoo. They scare me, they intimidate me. I don't see myself finishing them, but I kind of had a vision for a couple of weeks now in my head to do something like this. So we attempt it, and actually it doesn't turn out too bad. I'm not mad at it. It does its job. I think it looks kind of nice. I wish I hadn't have put it over to the side here. I wish it was more kind of central in the zoo, but it's fine. We've done it now, and I'm not moving it. That is too much effort. I was pleased with myself because I do this kind of curve on the front of the building here, and I was super concerned about doing a roof for it, but it turns out it's actually not that difficult, and I shouldn't have been as scared as I was to do something like this. And I'm really glad I have done something like this now, because hopefully in future I can just get better and better at it. So yeah, we are building for what are we building for actually? I can't even remember what we put in here. We put in tortoise. We put in saltwater crocs. That's it. So and an exhibit. I know that saltwater crocodiles are not native to Africa, but I thought maybe we could just maybe pretend that they're like a Nile croc or something instead. I would love to have different species of crocodiles or alligators in Planet Zoo 2. That would be really fun. So hopefully that might be a case, or just a different one. I know we are getting the saltwater crocs in Planet Zoo 2. We have seen those guys in the release trailer. I'm super excited about that. If you guys didn't know, Planet Zoo 2 is scheduled to launch on October the 13th this year for PC, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S. And this is the first time Planet Zoo will launch simultaneously across all major platforms. Obviously for us console players, we did not get Planet Zoo for about 4 years, I believe, roughly. So it's super exciting that console players will also be getting the release when PC players do. And if you haven't seen it, I do have a video on my channel just going over the first trailer that was released. I know there has been more footage. I may react to it, but you've probably, if you're obsessed with it like I am, you've probably seen it on other people's channels and posts and things like that from Frontier directly. But it looks really cool. I'm very excited. The wildlife reserve system looks so cool. Really cool. I like the fact that we'll be able to restore habitats and release animals back into large natural reserves. It definitely creates a deeper conservation focused gameplay, which reflects like real world wildlife protection efforts. So that's really cool. The animal behavior looks insane. If you haven't seen the wolf behavior, that looks really cool. We have a whole new animation system which allows animals to display more realistic interactions, emotions, and social behaviors. So we will actually be able to understand an animal's welfare through visual cues, which will make zoo management feel more authentic. I'm very excited for that. So yeah, I will try not to ramble on about that too much, but it looks so good. It looks so good. I need to just actually get round to ordering my PC already, so I have that ready to go. Right now I am just building for the tortoise enclosure. I believe we just have the 2 females in here. I'm actually not looking to breed these guys just because there ends up being so many of them when that happens. I feel like if I introduce a male to 2 females and we end up with 16 babies, it's just going to be chaos. I often find that they then we're having issues when the enclosure is a little bit too big and they can't maybe get to their water as quickly as we want them to and things like that. So I am just going to keep the 2 females in here. We're not going to breed these guys. I was also going to do that for the crocs, but I changed my mind. I decide we will have baby crocs. Here I'm just filling in like a little pool for them that they can walk into and drink. And then here I create a little kind of planter. What I wanted to do is I find that in a lot of enclosures I've seen in zoos is they'll have planters kind of raised where the tortoise can't actually get up and eat all the vegetation. However, these guys can actually climb everywhere. They can actually climb on that planter there, which is quite funny to see them do. But I don't mind. I'm not going to raise it, so we'll just leave it as it is. I feel like I could have probably put more detail into that enclosure compared to the crocodile enclosure that I do, but yeah, it is what it is. I quickly pop in some Goliath frogs here, just as a little buffer between the enclosures in this tropical house. I think it turns out quite well. Here, I'm just popping all the walls down. We do eventually get rid of this kind of outline that we had. It was just a rough idea, so I could just kind of plan out where things were going to go. Luckily, everything is big enough. I did obviously build it quite big, I would say. So we're absolutely fine for space. And then here I just have to redo the paths. I didn't want to make this building too tall. So I was just trying to make sure the elevated path here was not too crazy and too high to the ceiling. I think it looks fine. You'll see it in the cinematics later. But yeah, I think it looks okay. I was actually really pleased with this. This build probably took me full on, I would probably say 4 hours, maybe 5. I'll go back to the footage and have a look, but I'm pretty sure this took me about 5, actually probably about 5 hours to do. I do kind of just sit. I'll finish something and then I'll just sit there for like 5-10 minutes and just kind of think about what else I want planned. So if I was to do it from start to finish, it probably would have been about 4 hours, but I think it does take me 5. I think I did 2 attempts on the roof before I actually managed to get how I wanted it to be, but it's fine. It is what it is. I decided I actually wanted to use the tropical rocks on this. I think they look really nice. I really like the coloration of them. And I thought because it is inside, it doesn't overly matter. We kind of just plant it up with all sorts of tropical plants. I think it ends up looking quite good. Because it's so big, we're actually able to put in quite a lot of plants, and although it does cut down their traversable area quite significantly, they've still got plenty of room in here. And even when they have their babies, they're still going to have plenty of room. So I think I end up taking the water out because the fish feeder doesn't actually work. So I think we do take it out and actually make it deeper. Here I'm just popping in the education for everything before I forget. And I just use the donation boxes. I colour them once and just plant them throughout this house. I think it looks nice. I really wasn't sure whether to put a animal talk in here, but I decide against it. I just think it might get a little bit crowded on this bridge. Maybe if I'd have done like a little platform kind of going out further, but I didn't really want that. I didn't want to kind of ruin the view of the enclosure. I really wanted this mist to work, but it kind of just it kind of just spills out. That's the smallest one we have. I do wish that we had slightly smaller effects like that for smaller exhibits. Here it is time for rocks. I simply spam the same rock over and over and I just have it on random rotate. I find that it actually just looks fine when you do that. I used to be really, really concerned that it would look too similar and it would be like a really repeating pattern that you'd be able to pick up on, but I think overall you just don't. So it's okay. We do end up raising the walls a little bit. I think we add another 2 meters possibly to this house, because it actually was quite short and there's a couple of trees and things that clip into the roof and it just wasn't working. So I do raise the height of the building just a little bit, but nothing too crazy. Here I'm just going through and trying to plant it up as best I can. I end up putting this tree in the water. I actually think it looks fine. Then we cover the bottom with whatever this stuff is called. I actually have no idea. Some kind of underwater grass. And I actually think the eel grass looks really nice blended in with it as well. And then for extra challenges, like I haven't done enough, I decided I wanted some kind of circular windows in the roof. So this is my second attempt on the roof, I believe. Maybe even third. I really can't remember how many attempts I did with this roof, but it definitely took me over an hour. I kept changing it and hating it, and I just wasn't sure how I was going to get it to work. So I ended up using the plaster pieces. I believe these are just the plaster block, and then I used the plaster panels for the actual roof. And it turns out quite well, I think. Ends up looking quite modern. I don't mind. But yeah, I was really happy with this for my first attempt at kind of a different shaped build rather than kind of your average square build, which I was used to doing. Yeah, this was definitely like my third attempt. But we get there. It's very, very, very dull. I just had to lock in. I was so done with it at this point, but I knew if I kind of saved and came off that it would take me forever to get back into it, so I just decided, do you know what? Another 20 minutes, half an hour isn't gonna be the end of the world. So we lock in, we finish the roof, and I'm actually quite happy with it. It fills its purpose. It does what it's supposed to do. So yeah. If I thought about it, I would have done those circle windows. I would have put the little 1x1 plaster pieces kind of around it, rather than having to do this, like, not manually, because that's not the right word, but like going in and having to do this myself was a bit of a pain. Not do it myself, because obviously I'm doing it myself anyway, but I know what I meant. Like, I wish I'd have put them around like that, because I then decide that I want more of them, and I just actually lose the will to live trying to delete all of the plaster pieces and redo them. So I end up making them into kind of like little grass areas on the roof, just for like some detail. So it's not just one boring flat plaster roof. And I actually think it looks really nice. It definitely makes it look very modern. So I end up being quite happy with the result of that. We then plant out the front bit here. I just pop in a bunch of palms, a bunch of rhubarb plants, and call it a day. I was at this point realizing, oh, I finished the roof. Wait, I've still got this to do. Wait, I've still got this to do. But it ends up working out. I like it. I'm grabbing the doors from the gift shop, popping them in over here, and one over here. I'm tempted to write like entrance and exit, maybe. We'll see. I don't know. So yeah, here I'm just deciding where I want these circles to go. And then I thought, do you know, the odd one out is actually the window. But I really, really, really didn't want to delete it. So I leave it there. And I actually think maybe that one being the odd one out, and the fact that it's the window and the other ones are like these grass planters, actually turned out for the best. I could have definitely done these grass planters better, but once again, it's not the end of the world. I'm not that bothered. I then go in and plant them with some of the conservation flowers. They're just really pretty. They add a lot of texture and detail, and they just finish off this area really nicely. I am really proud of this roof. For me, this is really good. So yeah, I'm really happy with it. I'm also trying to get a few episodes recorded for you guys because I'm actually on holiday next week, and the weekend after I am busy as well, and then I think I'm free, and then the weekend after I'm busy, I'm away again. So I'm going to desperately try and get quite a few episodes filmed and ready to be uploaded, hopefully, so that we don't miss a week, because that really just brought me out of the flow of this zoo, and I definitely don't want that, and I don't want that for you guys either. Here I just edited the conservation restaurant because I feel like we definitely needed one, and I'm not too fussed about taking my time to build one. I think this will look fine, and I will see you guys in real time. Oh, that was a big build. That was a really big build. Okay, so we're just going to come through here and have a little look at it. I might put some stickers. There must be like a crocodile sticker or something on the what is it? On the stickers that we can use. Oh my god, my brain. So I might go back and do that. Oh great, protesters. Wonderful. What's new? But yeah, this is the inside. We have our tortoise over here with stinky food. But I think it looks quite nice. It's not the most detailed, but I definitely don't hate it. We could have definitely probably used smaller glass bits. I need to take out this mist effect. It does not look how I wanted it to look. And actually there's misters in there anyway. But yeah, this is like the entrance part of the area. I need to fix this roof. I didn't realize that these were clipping underneath. We're not going to talk about it though, whatever. And then up here we get a great view of our crocodiles. I really like this. This might actually be my favorite habitat in the zoo. Yeah. I think it looks really nice. It does definitely get busier up here, but yeah, I'm really happy with it. I think it looks great. Pat on the back for me. We did good. We did good. I'm pretty sure they can swim right up to here. And then if we follow it round, we have the circular window here, which is quite nice over the plants. The crocodile statue there. And then we go through to the exit. And then we have our restaurant, which we will work on. We need to obviously plant up this area. Oh, this is constantly doing that. Help, get me out. Okay, cool. What's happening? Oh my god. Oh, it's because they've been fed, so they've used the forage area here, and now they're terrified. Great. I swear I had more keepers. I swear I had 5. Am I losing it? Do we put the restaurant in with the entrance vendors? No, it's too far, right? I need to sort out a staff room over here at some point. Oh my gosh. Okay. Their socials should sort themselves out, and then the protesters should just leave. That's the plan. They shouldn't stick around for too long, I hope. Let's have a look. Yeah, so it's just these guys that are stressed. These guys are all old. It's gonna break my heart when we lose them. Oh my gosh. That's so sad. It's okay. We'll be okay. Right, so what's the problem? Okay, they're starting to get a little bit sick of their enrichment. We will change that. Oh, please leave. Please leave. They're fine now. Kind of. Hungry? Oh god. Do I need to put down more of these platforms? We have 2 of them. I thought that would be plenty. Interesting. We're getting pigs? We're getting pigs? Oh, it's a shame that you're going to do it in here. The one place I don't have decorated. It's fine. Never mind. Oh. Pigs, 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 pigs. Pigs? Huh? Where? Wait, where? Oh, okay, right here. Oh, look at them. They're so cute. Oh, they're actually perfect. Damn. So teeny tiny. I've actually never seen the Red River Hog babies in game because I've never actually built for them before. So that's super sweet. I think these guys are going to be quite successful when we get them going. We will keep the... what will we keep? We'll keep the females. And then any males will have to be released to the wild or sold off or whatever. So I think we've got... I think we had a boy and a girl. So that's great. Oh yay! We're gonna have more babies. I think they can have up to 4 piglets. But honestly, we'll be happy with any of them running around. There's plenty of space for them, so we haven't got to worry about that. I'm gonna pop another keeper down. Because I swear we had 5. But I think I'm just losing it. Right. Let's get to know our... what are these? Aldabra tortoise, that's it. These guys are one of the largest tortoise species in the world and one of the most longest lived animals known. They live over 100 years, but some individuals may exceed 150 years. They typically weigh 150 to 250 kilos, which is insane. They have a large dome-shaped shell, thick column-like legs adapted for supporting great weight, long necks that help them reach vegetation, and the males are generally larger than the females. They inhabit grasslands, shrublands, mangrove edges, and coastal areas. They are herbivores, and they mainly eat grasses, leaves, herbs, shrubs, and fallen fruit. They can survive for long periods with limited food and water, and they're mostly active during cooler parts of the day. They spend hot periods resting in shade or mud wallows. They're generally calm and slow-moving, and they often gather in groups where food is abundant. Despite their slow reputation, they can move surprisingly quick when motivated. The Aldabra Giant Tortoise is famous for its exceptional lifespan. One well-known individual was Jonathan, who is believed to have been born around 1832 and is considered the oldest known living land animal. So he is close to 200 years of age, and he actually holds the Guinness World Record. These tortoises are often regarded as living links to prehistoric ecosystems because their basic body form has changed very little over millions of years. Aha! Wait. The piglets have just escaped. What? At least nobody's freaking out. I mean, like, they're piglets, I guess. No one's going to, but... Oh, gosh. This episode is just... something else. I was trying to make it as short as possible because I feel like I built for quite a long time. And then things just keep happening. Oh gosh. Okay, we're gonna pick them up, we're gonna put them back, and then we're gonna see where they're getting out from. That's the plan. Right, little guy. Where are you escaping from? Okay. On the rocks. That's good. We will just have to raise some. That's not a problem. Okay. Actually, I'm just gonna duplicate. Just gonna duplicate and raise them. I should actually probably have this quite far forward. Oh, here is a mess. They're getting up. Okay. So if we raise this up, that should stop them from being able to get on those other two. And then... this is just all of them, honestly. Does that fix it? Nope. Okay, that's fine. We'll duplicate it and raise it again. And then it looks like it's gonna have to be this one. That's a problem. Which is fine. I don't think many people are gonna stand here to view the pigs. So I don't mind that it's blocking that a little bit. It's not the end of the world. Right, hopefully that fixes that. Yes! Perfect! Okay. Oh... Okay. Okay. So this fence is too small. To be fair, I am not surprised because this fence is really, really short. Okay. This is an easy fix. We'll just change the fence. We'll just edit this a little bit. What do I want? This mesh should fit. I can't see. Okay. If we just add this mesh to this fence. Just edit it a little bit so it doesn't look too crazy. Like so. They shouldn't be able to jump that. I'm pretty sure it's... I don't even think it's 2 meters that they need. I don't really know what's happened here. Like, I'm not surprised that they're jumping that. But also it's weird that the adults can't. Yeah. Oh well. Right, let's add this bit on here. Okay. I'm actually just going to speed this bit up because you don't need to see me deleting all of this and re-adding it. Okay, I think I just deleted all of the education. Not to worry. Okay, they're all secure. Let's get to learn about our crocodiles. So I'm actually going to tell you about Nile crocodiles specifically, instead of saltwater. So the Nile crocodile is one of Africa's largest predators and among the largest reptiles in the world. It is famous for its power, adaptability, and role as an apex predator in freshwater ecosystems. They can exceed 20 feet, and males can actually weigh up to 1,000 kilos, though On average, is about 750. Young crocodiles are more brightly patterned, while adults tend to be darker olive, grey, or brown. They occur across many African countries, including Egypt, Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, South Africa, and Madagascar. They are highly adaptable and can thrive in many freshwater environments. Young crocodiles eat insects, small fish, frogs, and crustaceans, whereas adults will prey on fish, birds, antelope, zebra, wildebeest, other reptiles, and occasionally large mammals. They usually hunt by ambush, remaining almost invisible in the water before launching a sudden attack. One of their most famous behaviors is the death roll. The crocodile bites and holds prey, it spins rapidly in the water. The rotation tears flesh and helps dismember large animals. Females dig nests in sandy riverbanks, and they usually have 25 to 80 eggs. The mother guards the nest and often helps hatchlings reach the water. Unlike many reptiles, Nile crocodiles provide substantial parental care. Research suggests that crocodilians are more behaviorally complex than once believed. As apex predators, they help regulate prey populations, remove weak or sick animals, and influence the behavior and distribution of other species around waterways. Healthy crocodile populations are often indicators of functioning freshwater ecosystems. Their bite is among the strongest measured in the animal kingdom, and they replace worn or broken teeth throughout their lives. Their hearts have 4 chambers, a feature unusual among reptiles, which is more similar seen in birds and mammals. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I do apologize for it being a little bit everywhere. There was just a lot happening whilst building this, but I'm really happy with the outcome. I think it looks really nice in here, and we are already expecting crocodile babies, so that's really exciting. Oh, this person was too hot. Ha! We're in England, calm down. Though I guess 31 is actually quite hot here. I'll let them off. But yeah, that is it for this episode. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.